Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Anika, and sorry it's been so long. It's been like 4 months. My bad. School got a little in the way. It's December. Hopefully this gets out in December because I tried to film this in September. That didn't work out. So you're getting a little December. New room. That's one thing. Also, new glasses. I think they're cute. I also had to make sure that this doesn't end up like the Punta Cana video where it was part 1 and there was no part 2. My bad. I forgot. Too late to do it now. Anyways, day 1 is going to be a culmination technically of day 0 and day 1 because I went on 2 different flights. And one of them, we had to stay like 5 hours. So I've decided that we're combining them because what am I going to say? I went on a plane and then Q day 1, technically, I went on a plane again. Like, no. Like, we're starting with day 0 and day 1 on July 29th and July 30th. So day 0 started with me getting breakfast with my boyfriend. I went to this like cute little diner that I found and I had these pancakes and oh my god, those pancakes were so good. I don't think you understand. They were thick as hell, so scrumptious. They were s'mores. I've never had like s'mores once in my life, but this, revolutionary, life-changing even. So I ate that up so fast. I don't think you understand. I did not eat up the whole thing, but I did save it as a snack for when I go on my plane because I decided who needs to pay for food when you can have cold pancakes. After that, I can't really remember what happened between that and like going onto the plane. My memory, not the brightest, and I probably should have thought about this before and wrote it down. But a girl forgot, so we're getting like SparkNotes version of today. When we finally got to the airport, I was able to see the United Club, which was a first for me. I've never been there before. It's pretty nice. They have seats, which like is a win because most of the time whenever I go to an airport, apparently like the seating just doesn't exist for when I want to go. So it's like a struggle. But I got more sweets after like not eating anything. I only ate the pancakes in the morning because I was so full. I decided who needs more food? So I got like 2 brownies, 2 cookies, ate it up. I had like this macaroni salad type thing. It was okay, and then it started not getting okay, so I was like, let's stick away from this. Once I got onto the plane, that's when we started feeling a little sick. Because since I only ate like primarily sweets the entire day, my stomach, I felt like I was gonna like implode sitting there. And this was like, I want to say a 6-hour flight. So it wasn't like a nice like, oh, 2 hours, I could go to the bath. No. We were flying to Belgium. I've never been to Belgium before. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh no. The plane hasn't started yet and it's over for me. But when we got onto the plane also, there was this woman in front of my mom. She just kept pushing her seat ever so slightly back to the point that literally like my mom had no leg room before the flight even started. Like, you're not even supposed to do that, but I don't know. But once the plane started, I wasn't feeling good. My sister, on the other hand, like best flight of her life apparently. She went like an hour maybe, and then she just clocks out. I don't know how she does it. She should like teach me. I need to know because she just every time she just clocks out. It's crazy. It's insane. But you know, at least one of us had an easy flight. Then I tried to go to bed, and then every time it was just like boom, boom, like turbulence. But it was only when I closed my eyes. Apparently, I don't know. Plane fought demons when I wanted to sleep, I guess. So that toppled onto my stomach. Not a good mix. Nothing technically happened, but it felt like something was happening. Because like I got up and I was like, oh my god, this is bad. I don't care how TMI all of this is. I say like too many things on here, so everyone has to hear it. I fought demons in the plane and in Belgium. Belgium was nice for the airport. I don't know, we didn't leave because we didn't have enough time anyways. It was very easy getting into there. Like, I don't know why. It was like smoothest TSA ever, because it wasn't really TSA because we went on our Polish passports, so it didn't really matter. But it was nice. I liked it. And then they also had like a little Smurfette statue, because I didn't know this, but the person who made them was from Belgium. I was still not doing good in Belgium. I did buy Belgian food. Did I try it yet? No. It was nice there. I got to finish reading my book before we even got to Poland. So that was good. I mean, I brought 2 books. I knew I was going to finish it at least like halfway through the trip, but I could finish halfway through my flight to Poland. But also, I don't think I was that tired being in like Belgium. Like, I was more tired of sitting around, but like tired as a concept, like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm so sleepy. I really wasn't, because I didn't sleep on the plane. I maybe slept an hour, 2, maybe. But when the second flight finally started, I don't know what's going on with these pilots, but this one, it felt like it was going like up and then down, up and then down. And I was like, my stomach. This was a hour-and-a-half flight. My sister also managed to clock out on this one. I like, how? But okay. But after this flight, we finally landed at like 6 p.m. We were going from like, I want to say it was 8 or 10 from the prior day. And now it's 6 p.m. in Poland. Insane. It was like a whole day of like flying. It was crazy. After that, then, you know, since there's still some daylight, then we got to sit outside and relax with everyone. And I got to see the dog, Cocolita. And I got to see my family too. It was nice. I enjoyed it. It was just like, got to chill a little bit and not be in a plane. And also, once I finally landed, it was great. My stomach mostly cured itself. Like, it didn't hurt as much. So that's a win. A win for the ages. And after that, then me and my sister finally went to bed. And that ends out day 0 and 1. And now on to day 2. So on day 2, I woke up early to go to the Mazury, which is pretty much like the beach, but not the beach. It's a little different than the beach. I'll explain. So I got up at like 8:30, which I guess wasn't too bad because jet lag hit me anyway, so I think I was up at like 5 in the morning, so no difference. But I had pretty much everything packed the night before because like I just take the things from my suitcase and then we're good. And we went on a 3-hour drive to the Mazury, and I clocked out. It was great for like an hour and a half, and then I woke up, but like the hour and a half that I was asleep, it was great. It was nice. I liked it. But once I woke up, then I got to play like just some like random games in the car with my cousins. Like, in a sense, like I Spy, but not I Spy. I don't know. I forgot like exactly what the games were. It's been a bit. But once we started getting closer to where like we were supposed to be at, then I saw these like World War II buildings of like where the soldiers like slept and like kind of lived their life training and everything. So I thought that was pretty cool, because, you know, you don't see that every day. And also I saw dragon's teeth, which are these little like triangle things that were used to stop tanks, I think. I'm not really the best. But I didn't get a picture of them because I don't know why. I didn't know what they were, because we stopped and we were like, what is that? And I didn't take a picture. So I have a great rendition drawing. I'm Picasso. I'm just so good at drawing of the dragon's teeth. That, after like driving past that, was another like half hour, and then we finally stopped and we were at our little house. Like, the whole thing of like Mazury being a beach, like, it's not like an American beach where it's like so much sand and so much water. This is just little sand and water. It's also was like kind of in the woods. Like, it kind of felt like camping when we walked, because we had to walk across the street. And then we were like, went a little bit into the woods, and then we were at like the little mini beach. But it was so cold for like no reason. I don't know why it was so cold. I didn't even want to go in the water because I was like, I just want to bundle up. I'm so cold. Because like even in the sun it was cold. So it's like, what gives? But I ended up reading more of my second book because, you know, since I finished the first one, I had to start reading the second one. Did I finish it? No, but I started it and got a little closer to finishing. It wasn't a long book. It was like 200 pages. I didn't finish it on this trip, though. Finished it on my other trip that maybe I'll make a video on. Maybe. Not before New Year's, though. This one's coming out hopefully before New Year's. Pretty much after, like, you know, me reading my book, it was pretty much just like chilling. I played some games with my cousins on their like tablet. There was like one, I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Sorry. Yeah, I think it's Sorry, but it's like on the tablet instead of it being like a physical game. I don't know. I liked it a lot, and they have like a YouTube Games version, and I'm like low-key addicted. That's okay. But that ends out day 2. Now on to day 3. So day 3, I woke up early again, because when am I not waking up early? But this time it wasn't as early. It was like 9 o'clock, 9:30-ish, which is kind of how I wake up here sometimes, but sometimes not. But I was able to have a nice little breakfast. I have my like aesthetic picture, because why not? But after everyone woke up, we finally went to the beach. And this time I went in, even though I was still a little cold. But the thing is, it was like, I want to say about waist deep for me, but I'm short. I'm only 5'1", 5'2" in a good day, you know? But, like, if the fact that it was waist deep on me, it was not that deep. So, and also, the sand was, like, flat. Like, usually when I go to the beach, it's like, you have 500 rocks you have to walk through, and then it goes so far down that I can't stand anymore. But this one was like flat, and like I kind of liked that, but I also didn't like it because I was still cold when I was in the sun. Still, the water was a little cold, but like being in the water was better than being out, and I was like, I'm so cold, I'm so chilly. There was one thing that I forgot to mention from the day, was that when we went into the water, it wasn't just going into the water for whatever, for funsies. We also went kayaking, and like, I love kayaking. I'm so bad at it, but I love it. So I at first went with one of my older cousins. Yeah, she's 10 years old, and she did pretty good. Like, on her weight, we were both going. I went with my cousin who's 8 years old, and I pretty much had to steer the whole time, but the problem was that there was a boat, and I don't know why. I think I was just attracted to the boat. I just kept almost going into the line, holding the boat down, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And he's like laughing because like I just keep almost getting tangled. I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm trying. After like a little bit, we were able to finally get out of that area, but like I was struggling, like for no reason too. I was like, why am I doing so bad today? But also I think there was like, I want to say there was a decent amount of wind like pushing us back to the shore, so like even if I went further out, I was still getting pushed to the boat. But whatever. I also started going a little bit like further, and then I was like, I have to go back. I have to get back somehow, and my arms hurt. Yeah, but overall like the kayaking was pretty fun, so hopefully I could do kayaking again, because I did it. I want to say I've done it recently before that time, but I don't remember. I really don't. Like before that point, I think I might have went like a year or two prior when I went to upstate New York. But yeah, pretty good. Also, little side note, I gotta say that I was serving. I was doing so good. I looked so good. So I just thought I'd mention that. Later on in the day, more towards like night-ish, then we took a walk to where my aunt and uncle went camping when they went, because apparently they're just both in the same place, which is like kind of crazy. It was like a 30-minute walk, and it was like this separate like site, and then you could have like your tents and or like the mini campers, but they're all like one on top of another, which is so interesting because whenever I went camping here, then it's like you buy the lot and then there's like such a big lot for like 5 tents. So like seeing this and it's like everyone's on top of another, kind of very interesting, different kind of vibe. Would I do it? I don't know, maybe. At least then there's like more people, so I feel more secure. I always feel like I'm gonna like get like kidnapped when I go camping. So after that, then we walked all the way back, and they have this little like area where it was like a little fire pit, a little like swing, and like chairs. So we just sat around there, we made some kielbasas, and I got to see the stars because like here there's so much light pollution, you can't see the stars, but there, oh my god, it was beautiful. It was like insane. There were so many stars, so many constellations. I really like stars, so that's a big thing about me. But it was so pretty, and I could have went later at night at like 2 in the morning, but I was also like freezing. But apparently it was even better on the water, and it's like, oh my god, like it's insane. Because there's like no lights there because it's just kind of like wilderness in a way. Like, yes, this was like less wilderness because like there were like the 2 houses, but other than that, it was the 2 houses, and then like you walk a little bit and then it's like where the restaurant is and where all the workers live. It's like insane, like how different amounts of lights in places can like affect like the stars and seeing them. I don't know, I really like stars. So anyways, that ends out day 3. Now on to day 4. So day 4 was like our last day in the Mazury, mostly for the fact that we were leaving. So we woke up and pretty much just packed up our stuff and skedaddled because we were going to a town that was like kind of nearby. I think it was like maybe 20 minutes, called Giżycko. I'm surprised we didn't go earlier because there was a lot of like things to do there. It was like an actual like town because like we were more of like secluded area than like an actual town. There was a fun little beach. This beach is like, I would say like an American beach. They had like the volleyball net set up. Everyone was tanning. Typical actual beach. And we were going to go on a boat ride. But the problem with the boat ride is that it was at 12:30. And we are there like maybe 5 minutes to 12:30. And we're like, oh no. So we rush to where the boat is like going off from. And we miss it. Literally as we're standing right in front of it, then it just goes off into the distance. And we're left there being like, great, that was our plan for like our time here. So like, what do we do? So we instead went like to the gift shops to try and like look for different things. And it was a bunch of like random things. Like some of the stuff wasn't even like gift shop stuff. Like I found like bootleg Minecraft toys. So I was like, okay, but I got a cute little postcard. I like the postcard because it has 2 little swans. It was cute. But after we like kind of just like walked around the town, then we decided, you know, time to head back home. So got back into the car, and this time I didn't clock out for like the 3 hours you're going. My sister did because she was not feeling good. Like I looked at her, I was like, oh, I'll let her sit in the front. Also, just for the fact that I was in the front before, so I was like, it's fair if we switch. She, like, slept, I want to say, like, majority of, like, the ride back. And with my cousins, then, like, they went on their tablets at some points, but I don't have internet. Like, I can't use my phone, and last time I did, somehow, I used my phone, and it charged, like, $30. And I was like, I'm not charging $30 to the credit bill again. So I went and I literally refused to go on my phone. The only thing I could do on my phone is listen to downloaded music on Apple Music. That's it. Nothing more. So we played 2 different kinds of games. The first one, which we also played on the way there, I forgot to mention, was counting all of the storks that were on like the houses or just kind of around. Because driving like into the town that was next to where we were staying, then it had a lot of storks and like stork nests and just the storks around. It was like actually insane. I want to say we counted almost 20 in like not a big amount of time. So we did that up until we got to like the countryside more. And then we started counting cows. But the rule was with counting cows was that, let's say I go and I say, I found a cow. No one else could claim that cow. absolutely no one. So at first I was doing good, and then my cousins started beating me, and then they were very competitive with it. They're like, no, I called that cow. No, I called that cow. At least it made the ride go faster, because otherwise what was I gonna do? Sleep? No. So after we played the games and all of that, then we finally made it back home, and I think all we did was like chill out for the rest of the day, because I don't really remember what we did. And the next day, very long day ahead of us, so we had to go and just get as much relaxation, as much sleep as we could. So with that being said, this is where the first video is gonna have to end. And yes, I do mean first, because I decided I'm splitting this into 2 parts, because I feel like making you watch a whole 40-minute long video again is a little tiresome. So it's gonna be 2 parts. Hopefully the next part actually gets out on time. I'll try. But anyways, see you in the next video. Bye bye.